Tell me what I do to make this right for everybody else in this courtroom that has spent their time and money this morning.
I don't have any suggestions, Your Honor.
All right. Well, I do. You're going to pay sanctions in the amount of $5,000.
And wow, we're only seconds into this hearing and the judge has already dropped a $5,000 sanction. That's not pocket change, especially in court. Sanctions are basically the judge saying, your actions wasted the court's time, and now you're paying for it. Courts run on schedules and preparation. When attorneys show up unprepared or cause unnecessary hearings, judges can and will make them pay. The real question now is, what exactly happened behind the scenes to make the judge this frustrated?
Get out of my courtroom now. Mr. Rhodes, tell me why we're here today. You asked for an emergency hearing from my clerk yesterday verbally.
Yes, Your Honor. Well, we're here today, Your Honor, because the court set the emergency hearing for me.
Because you requested one, sir.
Your Honor, what happened was...
You didn't appear at my hearing yesterday again.
If I may respond, Your Honor?
Please, I'm waiting.
So, Your Honor, as it relates to yesterday, and non-appearance for yesterday, the short answer is that it was not on my calendar.
Listen closely to what just happened. The judge brings up 6 missed hearings. In the legal world, missing one hearing is bad. Missing several? That starts looking like a pattern. And judges absolutely keep track. Court calendars are sacred. Lawyers are expected to manage them carefully. So when the attorney says, it wasn't on my calendar, the judge clearly isn't buying it.
Were any of the other 6 hearings you didn't attend on your calendar?
Your Honor, I don't believe it was 6 hearings that I missed.
You want to go through the record again?
No, Your Honor. But Your Honor, what happened on yesterday as relates to a hearing, as the court is fully aware, there was a TI hearing in which was denied regarding the sale of the sign.
And you're getting ready to go back to the ancillary and try to overturn me again, right?
No, I'm not going to do that, Your Honor.
I assure you, you're not.
Okay, so what happened, Your Honor, there's been communications between me and opposing counsel, in particular, going back and forth and trying to get the matter resolved as the case would be. It wasn't until late yesterday, Your Honor, not to violate attorney-client privilege communication, it wasn't until late yesterday that I was directed to seek, if it was possible, to go and see if we could have it modified. At that moment...
Why would I modify it after you've had 6 weeks to modify it?
Your Honor, I was instructed to do it by...
Now things get even more serious. The judge asks a simple but critical question, where's your client? And the attorney's answer is basically, I have no idea. That's a huge problem. When a client is ordered to appear in court and doesn't show up, judges can issue something called a bench warrant, meaning law enforcement can literally arrest that person for failing to appear.
My client...
Where's your client?
My client...
I instructed him to be here today. Where is he?
Okay, I have no...
I'm about to issue a bench warrant. Where is he?
Your Honor, I have no idea where my client is at this moment. But Your Honor, may I explain?
You may not. I'm asking where your client is. You don't know.
Your Honor, if I may explain. When I called in the court advised that we had an emergency hearing scheduled for this morning.
At your request.
I advised my client of the emergency hearing on a status conference. The emergency hearing on a status conference.
That he was ordered to appear at.
Your Honor, by the time I got the order, I was driving when I was speaking with...
I understand. You did it late in the day and I did it late in the day.
By the time I got the order and tried to reach out to him, I could not reach out to him. I could not contact him.
Why don't you contact him right now and see where he is?
If I may, Your Honor?
Yeah, absolutely. We'll do it on the record. I'd like an address where he is because I'm about to send out the constable.
This is probably the 10th phone call that I've made.
Please record your
And
message.
this is what I get. I've sent an email. I've sent text messages.
When did you send the last email to him?
Last email was sent to him probably at about 5 o'clock this morning.
Why don't you show me that email?
At this point, you can hear the judge's patience running out. When a judge says, I don't believe a word you're telling this court. That's about as bad as it gets for an attorney's credibility. In court, credibility is everything. Judges rely on lawyers to be accurate, honest, and prepared. Once that trust breaks down, every explanation starts sounding like an excuse.
Mr. Rhodes, frankly, I don't believe a word you're telling this court at this point. Deputy, find out who's in my ready room, please.
Actually, by way of correction, Your Honor, the last email sent out was at 7:24 a.m. this morning.
Okay. And your client doesn't want to respond to this case? Does your client want to prosecute this case anymore, or should I dismiss it?
No, yes, he does, Your Honor. He does want to prosecute the matter. Your Honor.
Where is he?
I have no idea where he is.
Go find him right now.
May I be excused?
Yes? Y'all can step back.
All right.
Are we on the record?
No, Your Honor. No luck in contacting him. Mr. Simpson, Attorney Simpson, was able to contact the daughter, who advised that he was in Port Arthur, and also provided me with another number. I tried contacting that number multiple times, and it just goes straight to actually not even voicemail, says that it's full. So.
It's clear to me your client doesn't want to prosecute this case.
Notice what the judge is focusing on. 6 weeks of inactivity, missed appearances, and now an emergency request at the last minute. Courts hate last-minute chaos. Emergency hearings are supposed to be for urgent issues, not problems that have been sitting unresolved for weeks. From the judge's perspective, this looks like someone suddenly trying to fix a problem that should have been handled long ago.
Why didn't you appear for 6 weeks? And then you appeared last week on Friday. You didn't appear yesterday, and now again this morning you're requesting emergency relief from this court.
Actually, Your Honor, as I mentioned earlier, I did not appear yesterday because the hearing was not on my calendar. When as directed by my client to see if there was availability to have an emergency hearing, not today, but later next week.
Well, you're not getting anything later next week. I promise you that.
I completely understand, Your Honor. I was advised that they wanted to have the hearing this morning, and I advised the court that we were not seeking a hearing to seek relief for today.
Well, but that was after you requested relief from my clerk. And she reached out to me late yesterday afternoon. Tell me what I do to make this right for everybody else in this courtroom that has spent their time and money this morning.
I don't have any suggestions, Your Honor.
All right. Well, I do. You're going to pay sanctions in the amount of $5,000. Get out of my courtroom now. And those sanctions are payable by you directly.
And there it is, the final hammer. The attorney personally gets hit with $5,000 in sanctions, not the client. That's a clear message from the judge. This was the lawyer's responsibility. Judges rarely sanction attorneys directly unless they believe the attorney caused the problem.
Not your client. I will sanction him directly in the future. Get out of my courtroom. Y'all are excused. Y'all on the 8:30 docket, have a seat, relax. Find me a bench warrant. I want him arrested. Find me a bench warrant. I want him arrested. Is there anybody on the 8:30 docket that has everybody here and is ready to go?
Plaintiff's counsel for Uden, Your Honor. I think